Supposing you need to do something generative, and this is your only option. Supposing you should, would this be the appropriate method? Eyes on the keys or eyes on the screen? Supposing it doesn't matter anyway. Supposing it's the Radium Girls. Supposing it's a graphic novel. And supposing it's the English festival? Supposing you haven't begun to stink because of your little walk around the block before. Supposing you've suffered enough and you're not slated for termination next year. Supposing you escaped. Supposing it would be okay for you to look at your hands. Supposing it would be okay for you to pretend to be engaged. Supposing it would be okay for you to pretend to marry a man. Supposing you wouldn't be typing so fast if there weren't a reason to. Supposing you could write a convincing story with a beginning, middle, and end. Supposing you could write a story long enough to feel satisfying. Supposing it didn't need to be convincing, or satisfying, or to have a beginning, middle, or end. At 3 o'clock, school lets out. A handful of children pour into the quiet, empty library for computer time. Click-clack. I feel myself in a little village in the southern tier of New York, willowy, teenaged, all smoke cloud and angles, resting my head on an oversized medical dictionary, a library scarcely bigger than this one. Jen's daughter looks like her. You will never have children of your own. Wretched thing. Bro, one of them says, more exclamation than interjection. Jen crinkles tape and construction paper while her daughter reclines in a lounge chair nearby, playing on her phone. My glasses are specked with day-old tear spots that bend and blur the light around the periphery of my field of view, and in one very annoying spot near the center of the left lens. Suppose that it didn't need a beginning, a middle, or an end. An elderly woman looks up from a newspaper. Stephen King is the most banned author in U.S. schools, she says with authority, sage-like. I guess that makes sense. The heat in the room becomes more noticeable as it fills with children, mothers, retirees. The heat outside the room becomes more noticeable. 78 degrees, early October, the coolest autumn of the rest of my life. Crocodiles spotted in Michigan. Roblox maintains its seemingly unbreakable vice grip on youth culture at large. I said, "Hey, John, we're white people. White people do things a certain way." There is laughter of an uncertain kind. Hopefully it gets through to him. This is a weird experience for someone like me, who has never been a camp counselor or an older sister or anything that would involve supervising children. Mostly I do not supervise them, but half listen to every yelp and bruh and the smacking of candy between new molars. I fill my head with pictures of owl babies. I fill my head with the sensation of talons in utero. I wonder incredulously how I came to sit here and how long I may be permitted to remain. I feel the cannabinoid blanket stretching out behind my forehead over the backs of my eyes, amphetamine heartbeat shimmering, the ball cap regular is in and out. He's annoyed that the kids have commandeered his little public office. I can tell. One of the kids says, "Is there somebody named Penis Latube?" Another says, "Shh, it's a library." Jen is decorating for Halloween. A child young and lysergic enough to still make sense to no one, and a tired old man who can't keep him from running away in the direction of anything brightly colored. And all at once the computer boys rise and give me a little wave or a nod, and one after the other say, "All right, thanks, have a good day." And I say, "Thank you. You too. For the record, you are very welcome."